the Retro Readers new name. Instead of saying Retro Pals, I decided to refer to you guys as Retro Readers because I just feel like it's better and I like it more, like rolls off the tongue. In today's video, it's going to be a sit down and chat video where I'm just going to do a real talk for you guys. It's going to be short and sweet, or at least I'll try to make it short and sweet. And yeah, let's address the elephant in the room. I got a Goodreads account. So I originally had a Goodreads account, but I deleted it. I made a new one, and if you want to follow, I'll link it in the description box. For every follow, I will follow you guys back and stuff, because like I want to know what you guys are reading, or if you're even reading. Yeah. And I post there regularly because it helps me keep track of all the books I'm reading, and I also have, like, you can see all my home, like my bookshelves, or books on my bookshelves that I own, and what I want to read, what I read. You can see also my TBRs as well. I have the May TBR, which will be taken down soon, and as well as the June TBR, July, and so forth. So yeah, and I'm going to insert a little clip in here, kind of showing you guys around to give a little taste. So I have a new rating system too. I basically, since Goodreads is you rate it out of 5 stars, kind of put like my rating system in there. So if you're wondering, my rating system is now 1 star, I hated it, 2 stars, it was okay, 3 stars is it was good, 4 stars was it was really good, and then 5 stars, I loved it. So yeah. Another elephant in the room is I got bangs and a new haircut. I actually got layers in my hair and I chopped it off, I guess, and then my bangs, I have naturally curly hair, so it might look a little wonky. I tried. But yeah, so that's pretty fun. If you want to follow me on my other social medias, or media, because I only have one, you can follow me on Instagram, and that's the Retro Reader, which I'll link it down below as well. So yeah. Anyways, with that out of the way, I just want to kind of do a real talk with you guys about BookTube. Not so much BookTube, as like my reading tastes, and like kind of just, this is kind of like a feel-good video a bit. Yeah, and it's gonna not be an hour long as opposed to my last video I posted, which is an hour long. So yeah, anyways, I wanted to talk about the reading tastes and how everybody's reading taste changes, and that's perfectly fine. I used to read paranormal romance heavily. Like, I loved Twilight, I loved the Hush Hush series, think I read Fallen as well, and like, I remember reading like those books like so much when I was 14, 15, 16. And I also read a lot of like books that my friends were reading, which were was a lot of John Green books, just coming of age YA and contemporary YA and all YA. Why is that so hard to say? Anyways, yeah, so that was probably like, I read those books like 5 years ago, I want to say, started to, and I stopped reading some of those books when I was probably around 16 or 17, so maybe 3 or so years ago. So yeah, and I just want to talk about, like, I'll give an example. So my book that I reread recently was Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertelli. And when I read that book, I absolutely loved it. Like, it was my all-time, or not all-time, but one of my favorite books. And I remember really enjoying it, and I read it when I was, I think, like 16. And yeah, I really enjoyed it and stuff. And so recently, I actually reread it in March, and it wasn't as good as I remember. Actually, I rated it a 1 star. It was terrible. And yeah, that didn't make me feel good, because I remember loving the book so much, and now I don't like it, and I feel like I've changed a lot since then, and since first reading that, and it's a weird feeling when you read a book that you loved as a younger person, only to realize you don't love it anymore. I have read The Heartbreakers by Ali Novak, and I've read Looking for Alaska by John Green, which are also both books that I really loved as 15, 16-year-old. When I reread them, same thing happened with the Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I didn't like them anymore. It was just it's a weird feeling when you grow out of loving a book so much. And I just want to talk about that, and just kind of like talk about how, you know, it's okay to feel that way. Like, you are growing as a person. You're not the same person as you were like 5 seconds ago. That's probably an understatement. Or not understatement, overstatement. What am I trying to say? You're not the same person as you were like a year ago. You weren't the same person as like 2 years ago. I think that's pretty obvious, but it's kind of like weird when you read a book that you loved and then all of a sudden you don't love it anymore. And I just wanted to make this video saying like, hey, has anybody ever felt that way? And if so, it's okay if you have, because we're all people, we all grow, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that it's interesting to see when you read a book you loved as a kid and you reread it, it just goes to show how much you've changed. And yeah, I hope this video made sense. Like, I don't know, I just want to do a real talk and just explain to you guys, like, you know, reading tastes change all the time, and I'm obviously not the same person as I was. I'm sure everybody else is not the same person as they were before, and with reading tastes, like, it's strange. So, yeah, like, I was explaining in the beginning of my video, I used to love, like, paranormal romance, contemporary, and, like, romance and stuff for young adults. And although I do love paranormal romance still in contemporary, young adult contemporary, I don't really love it as much as I used to, and I don't really tend to gravitate towards those books. Although I do have a lot of those books on my bookshelves where I'm reading them, it's strange because this, like, as a almost 21-year-old, I have grown as a reader. I read mainly nonfiction books as well as science fiction and just a variety of things. And this video was very short. I'd love to know what your reading tastes are like as opposed to what they were used to like. You can comment down below in the comments if you want. You can also link your Goodreads in the comments and I'll follow, of course. Let's see. Yeah, again, I hope this video made sense. In my head, it was like such like an explosion of ideas, and then in video form, I don't think I explained it very good, I guess, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, just to sum up my thoughts, like, reading tastes change, and it's a good thing, and you shouldn't feel bad about it, because it just shows you that you are changing as a person, which is supposed to happen. And if it doesn't, you're basically a bad book, because there's no character development. Should I keep that in the video? Don't mean to roast anybody. I think that a lot of people, everybody changes, so there shouldn't be anybody who doesn't undergo character development, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, let me know in the comments down below what your reading tastes are like. If you want, you can subscribe. You don't have to. I post bookish related content, as well as like story times and stuff, but mainly book stuff. And if you want, you can like this video, but you don't have to. I'm sorry if I offended anybody by saying that, so don't come at me for the comments, and yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and bye.